Who's that peeking in between the collection books? Oh, I see who it is. Looks like it's time for a Lincoln Cent box hunt. So we can fill up these books. I'd say it's about time. Let's get it going. Hi, ladies and gents. This is Silver Chupacabra, and we're ready to start looking at some pennies again. Here for a box hunt, looking for Wheaties, varieties, errors. Be nice to see an IHP show up. Yeah, let's bring that over here. An IHC, sorry, not an IHP. That'd be nice if that showed up too. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at all the openings we can fill out tonight. It'll be very, very cool. Now, there were a lot more openings 6 months ago, so I'm actually pretty happy with all this part here. When we look at the older collection book, the 41 through 74, as you can see, nice shinies, starting to get a little bit deeper that way, where we've got actually only 5 more openings. And 1950 ES has eluded us, and as you can see, there's plenty of those minted, so hey, where are they? And then we got that 42S. We've talked about the Steelies before. Getting one of those would be miraculous because they're just too easily spotted. The other ones, well, you know, they look like each other, and it's like, I could see why we would find something from 1917 before we find something that's looks like silver in a penny hop box. Anyway, there's the box. Let's go ahead and open it up. Take a look at what's on the top. Okay, here is the top side of the rolls in this box. Go ahead and take a quick look. I did not see any wheatbacks in there, though I have seen a couple of 70s, so there's some copper in here. You know, you're seeing some of the newbies here, definitely. Maybe some copper there. Kind of a regular box. You're getting, you know, basically everything, new and old. Of course, it's what's inside that's going to count. And we'll start with this one. Kind of newish, kind of oldish. And see how it goes. Roll 4. This first box of the current hunt. I really missed this one. I didn't see it in the roll, at least, as I laid it out. We got ourselves a Canadian. See, that's definitely one of the older portraits. Don't need to slow roll that. 1999. Hee hee. Oh, wait a minute. That was Michael Jackson. Sorry. 1999. Oh, Purple Rain. I'm not doing a very good job. 1999. Sorry, Prince. I'm sure you're rolling over in your grave about 50 times on that one. Roll 11. And we're finally going to get our first Wheatie find of this box hunt. Just at the very beginning. This must have been on its obverse because I definitely did not see a wheatback. Check it out. 1939. Very cool. A little bit of a problem with the rim there, damage-wise. A couple of, actually on both sides. But it's a find, and it's not just the 40s or 50s, but it's actually 39. Pretty darn good shape, detail-wise. Too bad about the damage there, but, you know, it takes what you get. We're on roll 17. We're going to get our second Weedy find. We've got a reverse facing up. And near the back end. Looks like it has plenty of detail. At least in the back it does. A little schmooze on the back end there. A lot of detail here too. Probably 50s. 57, 58 actually. I'm going to go with. It is from Denver. Well, 53. A little older than I thought, but still in the 50s. There we go. That's a better shot of it. Very cool. Still have a bit to look at in the roll. Roll 21 of this new box hunt. First box of the box hunt, by the way. About a midway through, and this comes up. And it was like, oh man, I got it. No, I didn't. As I was showing you early on, I need the 1950S to finish that second page. 1 year off. Still a nice find, by the way. 1951, San Francisco. Anything in San Francisco is always cool. Bit of wear in the back there. Maybe that's more schmooze than wear, but still, if I looked at the back, the reverse end of this, I would have probably said something a little bit older, but that's not what it is. We still have a little bit more. Roll 30 of this, what's become a very, very light box. We're going to hit our fourth Weedy find, though, which is cool. We will not turn that down. There it is. The reverse is showing us nice wheat ear there. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Let's say that's decent detail. A little bit of wear on the higher points, but probably something from the 50s, but we'll see. That's pretty good. Yeah, a little bit of wear on his coat and whatnot, but still. 19, and we're going to be in the 40s. That's cool. Is it going to be my jam? No, it's going to actually be a 42. 1942 out of Philadelphia. That'll be the second oldest coin we've had. We did have a 1939 earlier. Very cool. To roll 31, and another Canadian has popped up. About, I would say, mid-roll or the back at the end of the mid-roll. There she is. Kind of got that 70s, early 80s kind of a vibe there with the portrait. Always have to remember. Side-to-side flips on those. Not really a flip, I guess. We'll be in the 80s. 1980. Nice. Still a little bit to look at in the roll. Roll 32 of this first box of the new hunt. And we've got an ender. I'm pretty sure that the obverse was facing me up, because I do believe this was the top side, but there it is right there. As you can see, pretty good detail, higher points, a little bit of wear on them. To see, I'm thinking 50s, just kind of pretty good detail here on the front, but I've been wrong many times before. That looks like an S mint mark. That is a 5. If this is a 0, we've got a hole filler. Oh, 1952 San Francisco. Still pretty cool. See, that 5 has been maybe scraped a little bit, but other than that, decent. Some markings, whatever. Pretty cool. Excuse me, let's try that again. Roll 42 of this first box of the current hunt. And we got another Canadian here. Somehow, I am not spotting the Canadians in the layout rolls. This is the second one in a row that I missed. Usually they're pretty easy to spot with the beads going around the perimeter, but this one's a 1981. Too bad about the slash mark between the 9 and the 8 there that goes kind of from the middle to the bottom end. There's Miss Elizabeth. God save the Queen. Roll 45 of this box hunt, and we have our 6 Weedy find. Take a look. It's red. It's a red scent. Not naturally, though. 1946 Denver. Lots of different colors. Actually, pretty decent detail. Let's do that about the red. I don't know how some coins get this way. I don't think it's painted. It's just the way it is. Some sort of chemical reaction. Anyway, onward we go. Roll 47, and we got our 7th Weedy find. Almost got her up to 8 there, which I'm kind of surprised at. This has not been the most boisterous penny box of all time. A nice little wheat back there. Pretty good shape. Lots and lots of detail. Definitely would think 50s, but well, no, I'm still thinking about 50s. This looks quintessential 50s, late 50s, by the way. We'll find out if it is. It is going to be another S, so it's going to be lower end 50s. I hope it's a 50S. 53S. I think we had a 53D earlier. Let's see. Yes, we did. Very cool. That's a nice 53S. I'm kind of wondering, other than the cheeks got some stuff going on there, kind of wondering if we might have an upgrader there. We'll find out later. Still have a bit to look at. Roll 49 of this first box of the current hunt, and we've got our 8th find. I usually feel like 8 is like the lower average, so pretty surprised that we got there, but we do have an obverse peeking out here. Looks like it's going to be another 53S. We just got one. And we got another one. Man, if it only could be a 50. This looks kind of funny, but it might be just a schmooze on it. Yeah, pretty good detail on the reverse. Cool. Well, okay, Batman has declared this box finished. 8 wheat finds. What I think was kind of interesting. Nothing in the late 50s. What do we have? A couple of 53S's and a 53D, but we got a 51, 52. But they're all commons, and there's nothing really value-wise, or there's nothing rare there, but it could have been a bunch of 58s and 57s. I'd rather have this kind of commons coming out here. Did have 3 Canadians, as you can see up there. Nothing really to speak of there. Oldest one, I can't remember when this came out, but it's actually in pretty decent condition. Other than that rim on the right-hand side looks a little damaged. The 1939 Philly, which is very common, but still, anything in the 30s, I'm loving it. Let's pull another box out. Okay, so here is the new box, although it's actually the old box, by the way. I had a little problem. The side broke off on the newer box. So I'm using the old box to kind of seat everything in there like that, but we got a full box and ready to go. Let's go ahead and take a quick look in here. A lot of dark browns in this one. I did not see any wheat backs. Did see some 70s in there. I just always find it interesting. Look how brown that shield is already. As brown as 1909 SVDB, for heaven's sakes. Well, as long as it's brown, of course. I don't think I've ever seen a red 1909 SVDB, so hey, there's a 70s right there. See that 7 on the third digit. But anyway, I don't see any Wheaties necessarily there. Well, we're going to have to see if we can find something inside. Hopefully we can find some quality in this box. Let's go ahead and start with number 1, which I believe had a shield. Nope, sorry. But definitely, 2021 or something to that effect. And this one, is that 1980 something? Looking pretty new there, though, too. Well, not new, but anyway. Let's get it going. Okay, 3 rolls into this new box. And we'll have our first Wheatie find. That was being so raucous, or however you want to put it, about, we didn't have a 57 or 58. We got these early 50s. Well, finally got our 58. But very cool. I always like getting that first hit off a box. Pretty good shape. Okay, we were on roll 5 of this second box of the current hunt. And I've laid out the roll here. I was using my trusty magnifying glass just to kind of see what's going on here. And I don't even know if this is even anything yet, but take a look at that. That has a lot of wear on it. I'm thinking that's gonna be an old one. So does OC. You can hear him in the background. I am going to go to the back first, because if it's not even a Wheatie, well, we're really going to be looking, we're not going to be looking bad anyway. So let's go ahead and take a look at the back first. Oh yeah, she's a Wheatie, all right. We don't even know this is really old yet, but take a look at the wear on that. Wow. I was actually looking to see if there was a VDB. I don't know what's going on with the bottom part of that. The wheat ears are not supposed to be attached. So a lot of gunk there. But I am very interested to see what this is going to turn out to be. Yes, I will be very disappointed if this is 40s or 50s. There she goes. The date's pretty clear so far. Oh, it's going to have a mint mark too. I believe that's a D. It is going to be in the teens. I'm already pretty frickin' stoked. Excuse my frickin' language. Oh man. Wouldn't that be cool if it was a 4? That would be pretty awesome stuff. 15D, nice. I don't know if I have one, but a 1950D, man, I'll take any time. Pretty close to 1914 Denver. Lincoln doesn't really have a whole lot of facial features there. Definitely one of my best finds in a penny box for a while when it comes to old pennies. Very, very nice. We are on roll 6 of this second box of the current hunt. Sorry about that, Batman. I cut off your head there a little bit. Just ran into this. I'm having trouble spotting these today, too, the perimeters. We got another Canadian. Our first Canadian of this box, but we do have another Canadian. Let's say that's one of the 70s, early 80s looks. Looks like she's got the pox on her neck there. Poor Elizabeth. So, obviously a 1900. Oh, it's going to be the 60s. 1966. Very nice. Oldest Canadian from this hunt so far. Okay, so we're on roll 41. Yes, roll 41. It has been, I believe, 36 rolls since the last Goodie find. This box, we did have a Canadian in between there. I can't remember where, but the last Goodie was on roll 5 or 6, one of those two. And that was that 1915D. And then this box just slammed shut. Do you have a Goodie find? I would not have brought you in just to lament or whine about that, because it is what it is. But we do have a reverse facing this here. Looks like, and I don't care what this is, it could be a 58D for all I care, and it's probably going to be. It's pretty good shape there. Definite brownie, but the detail is definitely there for something in the 50s. But as I said earlier, it's like, I don't care, man. A find is a find here at this point. It is in the 40s. That's very good, because this thing's in great shape. That is, I believe, a D. Yep. 1944D. If it isn't a 44 Philly, it's a 44D for my jams here. But, man, you know what? This is the tall drink of water in the desert right here, since it's been 35 rolls, or 36 rolls. Sorry, I keep on missing the count. We'll see if anything else is in this roll here. 7 holes left on roll 43. And we've got another Canadian find. Some of those 12-sided deals, either 80s or early 90s. I can see an 8 there on the second one. And there you go, 1982. Graduated high school in 82. So, wow, that's something special there for me. Let's go ahead and take a look at Liz. No disrespect there. Very nice. 5 rolls left. Roll 45 of this box hunt. And we've got our 4th Goodie find. Reverse showing. And you can see the wheat here. There it is. A little bit of wear on the high points there. A lot of schmooze on it too. We'll have to see where we're going with that. And a little wear on the high points here too. 40s or 50s. That's kind of where these usually go. There's a D mint mark. It's going to be 50s. Tell the outer part of the 5 there on the left hand side. 56D. There you go. Cool, 4th find. Like I said, this box got real quiet after that 15D. Which is just a weird find in a box that's not putting out a whole lot, but cool. Roll 47 is going to bring us another Canadian coin. This one looks like it's a little bit newish. I don't get too many of these. I'm going to actually flip it to the obverse side first, just to take a look at it. Nice and shiny. It's actually one of those kind of mid-level Elizabeths, so this is going to be either, I would say, 70s. I was going to say 70s for some reason. I don't think it's the older portrait, so. There it is, 70, 78. And I think it would be fair to say, other than that schmooze on the right leaf there, that probably would be an updater. Because they do not have something that's shiny, or don't have a whole lot of shinies in the 70s. Very cool. Well, see if anything else pops up here. Check it out. It's not a box hunt without one of these. There it is. 44 Philadelphia. That's my jam. Okay, so that is the end of our current penny box hunt. You can see Batman is all alone. Oh. Quantity wise, not a whole lot there this time around, which, does have definitely happens. Go ahead and check it out. 1942 Philadelphia. We got a 44, the Jam Philadelphia, and a 44D. Can't have a box hunt without 44s. 46 Denver. We got a bunch of San Franciscos in the early 50s. 51, 52, 53. We do have one Denver. 56 out of Denver. And a 58 out of Denver. We had 6 Canadians total. 1966, 78, 80, 81, 82, and then 1999 purple. I don't know why I'm even saying 99. Quite a few shinies, mostly in the 60s. The quality finds this time out. 1939 Philadelphia. I think that was our first find, I believe. Don't quote me on that. That definitely the find of the hunt, and if it wasn't for this, man, that second box really would have had some stank on it. Still does, but you know what? This one forgives a whole lot out of that. 1915 Denver. Kind of makes me wonder where this just came from, because the rest of that box, was it 4 finds? Yikes. Anyway, pretty darn cool. I will be checking for varieties and errors. I had a 63D over here that I'm going to be rechecking. I don't think it is. I thought it was beforehand, but I don't think it is now. We'll come back. I'll let you know if anything was found, and then we'll look at collection books. So, no varieties or errors. So really nothing to show you there. Let's go right to the collection books and say bye-bye. Find of the hunt, definitely 1915 out of Denver. Check out the mintage on that too. Not a semi-key date, but hey, anytime you can find anything in the teens, the 20s, or 30s at mint marks, it's always special. It's the only change in the 1909 to 1940 book. Primary, 1941. 74, there was nothing to show you, but from the last hunt, not this hunt, when I was going through and editing, if you have not already heard, I figured out what one of the pennies was, and it was a 1943S. Weight-wise, it matches it, and it was an S mint mark, and I am going to count it in there even though I put it back in circulation. I think I did. I could not find it. I've looked on my desk. My desk is a clutter, as you can kind of see. I could not get back and find it, so I do think I actually put it back, and it's with some bank now because it's in rolls. But anyway, first steel penny, that's pretty cool, and I'm going to count it. I don't care if I still have it or not. Secondary books, I did have one addition to the 1909 to 1941 book. That 1939 fits right in there very nicely. Very, very cool. Little rim damage on that. And then the 1941 secondary to 1974 secondary. We had all those S's in the early 50s. That 53S will fit in there very nicely. Canadian cent-wise, I thought maybe that 78 would be an upgrader, but it was not. There was a little bit of schmooze on the leaves. I was actually thinking it was shinier than The 78 I had, but the problem was a little bit of schmooze on the leaf, so I'm gonna take the one that doesn't have the schmooze. Anyway, Batman and I say this is the end of this hunt. Anybody who's tuning into this, watching a little bit or all of it, that's very awesome. I appreciate it. Hope you had some entertainment value out of this. We're gonna go back to nickel boxes, or looking at nickels at least, within nickel boxes. Have a great weekend or next week, whenever this is put out. I need to catch up. I still have a nickel box hunt I need to actually get through and edit before this one. This won't take too long to edit because, 12 finds? Yikes. That one shouldn't take too long. It should be under 30 minutes, you would think. Wouldn't you, Tupac? Anyway, see you guys later. Cheers to all. Be safe out there, folks.